You might could do it with Freddy because he's got comic stuff, but good luck with that. I mean,
yeah, the odds of that are slim. Well, then
but like,
who would you do on a versus?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, but if you had to,
Jesus Christ, I would not do any of the big people. I just wouldn't. It's no way to give the respect to these franchises. I mean, some of these franchises get disrespected by individual movies. That's when you get Michael Myers getting his ass kicked by Busta Rhymes. Okay, God knows I don't want to see him get his ass kicked by Busta Rhymes and Ash. So, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, it could be something off the wall. It could be like I don't know, maybe a lower level type of deal.
You mean like B-rated? Like Art the Clown versus...
No.
I don't know, somebody.
I wouldn't even do Art the Clown. It could be like some type of, shit that can incorporate mystical powers, like something like Wishmaster or some shit.
Oh, you're talking about doing like demonic toys versus Puppet Master type
Yeah, that's
shit.
the only way it works. I don't see it working for big franchises. I mean, like you said, Freddy vs. Jason was cool for the time, but we look back on it and we know it could have been better. We should have been better. Even Alien vs. Predator, even though the second one is dog shit and the first one's okay, the first one should have been way fucking better. Way fucking better. We're talking about two of the creepiest and scariest fucking creatures out there, and we get this PG-13 bullshit.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking... blech.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I don't care for. It's something that I think has been doing just fine being reduced to comic books, because that's what comic books do. Comic books create fantasy. They create stuff you can read and go, oh, that's cool, and everything like that. And instead of, making movies, spending money, and disappointing people. It takes a lot more money to disappoint people with film than it does a few pages of ink.
Well, I believe you have a list.
Yes, this is my personal list to have you react to it, and everybody at home, you can sit there and think about your list too. But, I don't know if you guys know this, but we recently all got 13th tattoos. Some of us got Friday the 13th tattoos, and I thought, hey, let me put my top 10 favorite Friday the 13th kills. The entire franchise, all 12 movies, go through them and list them 10 through 1. What are my favorite kills overall? Some of these are by Jason. Some of these are by Mama Voorhees. 10 is Deborah from my least favorite fucking Jason film, which is Jason Goes to Hell. And it is the scene where she's on top of the dude in the tent, and she gets impaled, and then she gets ripped in half.
That was a pretty good kill for that shitty movie.
Yeah, like I said, it's a shitty movie. It's my least favorite, but
it's got good gore.
Obviously, my favorite kill in that one. Number 9, some people are going to shit all over this because it should be lower in their opinion, but I'm going with Adrian from Jason X, the face freeze smash.
Oh, the hydrogen face smash scene. That's my favorite kill from that movie.
Yeah. Like I said, a lot of people might shit on it and say, man, that's the best one in the franchise. I mean, I like it. That's why it's on the list. But
I think it's the most memorable because nobody thought to do it. And then they were like, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it was actually good special effects, considering that movie was on a limited budget. So
very B-rated.
Number 8 is Marcy from the original Friday 13th when she turns around and gets the axe in the face.
Yeah, that's an iconic one. Yeah.
I think that's probably, would you say that's the most brutal death scene in the first one?
I'm sitting here like thinking, it's up there.
I think Kevin Bacon's probably the most creative.
That's exactly where I was gonna say.
It's probably the most creative as far as the effects go, but as far as just brutalness, it doesn't get much brutal than an axe to the face.
True.
Number 7 is the triple decapitation from part 6, when Jason jumps out of the tree and hits all three of them at the same time.
Oh,
and they were playing the War Games paintball shit.
Yeah.
And it's just, and then you see the fucking little nerdy guy go, "Oh shit! Oh my god!"
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good pick. I didn't think about that one.
And what am I at? Number 6. Melissa from Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. She was the bitchy character, and they're warning her, don't go back to that house. And she's like, fuck you! And she opens the door, and it's just Jason standing there, and he fucking hits her in the head with the axe. But then he fucking takes her and throws her fucking across the room behind the fucking TV.
Yeah.
I love that kill. I mean, it's just like, if ever there was, like, let's kill this bitch in a satisfying way, it's that.
Yeah.
Well, coming in at number 5 is Andy from Friday the 13th, Part 3. This is when he's walking on his hands, and he looks up, and Jason slices him down the groin. That's a good one. I forgot about that one. Might be the most cringiest. The only other cringy ones I can think of is, remember in part 4, the guy's swimming, he's trying to go up the ladder, and Jason like takes the harpoon and hits him in the nuts with it.
Yeah. I don't know the screwdriver in the ear or ice pick. That was a hard one to watch too. Yeah, that one's pretty good too.
Number 4, the Banana Girl. Fat girl on the side of the road eating a banana. Simple knife through the throat, but what sends it over the top is the close-up of her squeezing the banana.
Yeah.
Like that might not mean nothing to anybody else, but that's like some cinematic shit.
Yeah, because you can feel it without feeling it.
Number 3. Poor old Mark from part 2, the old wheelchair-bound, crippled, who gets the machete to the face and he
rolls backwards.
He rolls backwards down the steps. Poor Mark.
I think that would be in my top 10.
Number 2, from one of the most underrated, Jason Takes Manhattan. It's Julius getting his head punched off.
Oh, I thought you was going to say the poor boombox.
Oh, no, that's, that was funny and everything.
No.
The fact that all he had to do was show people what was under that mask, and they're like, oh, shit, it's cool.
It's funny you bring that one up. I've heard a lot of people recently, I don't know why. I guess it's because it was spooky season, and I was just scrolling through TikTok. But I heard actually 3 different people, kills list came up, and that kill was on there. But it was kills that they thought was stupid.
That's like the most memorable kill in that movie. Well, that movie gets shit on anyway, so no matter what positive you bring to it, they're so
right.
I thought it was a great kill.
Oh,
especially
I love the kill.
With like when the head's rolling and the camera's going with it like you're his head. That's pretty awesome.
Rolling.
And my number 1 favorite kill is Axel from part 4, the old coroner. He gets a fucking hacksaw to the throat, and then his head is ripped clean around. To me, that's the most brutal death scene in a Friday the 13th film.
It's very gory.
It is, and,
if Damien did a Friday the 13th movie, I would see kills like that.
Oh, definitely. This is something that inspired him to make Terrifier, kills like this. And, oddly enough, not only is part 4 my favorite movie, but the reason why it's my favorite movie in the franchise is because of kills like this. And, when you can do kills like this and you can provide a story where people can follow along and get invested in, that's like double impact, because it's either a gore fest and there's no story, or it's a story and there's very little kills or whatever. It's very rare when you get them both kind of 50-50 where you go, oh,
right.
Fuck. So that was my list.
I liked it. That was a good list.
Well, I'm interested in future lists. I know we talked about doing a Halloween, and you coming up with your top 10.
I'm going to start that soon.
My reaction to that would be awesome, because, I'm more of the Friday guy, you're more of the Halloween guy, so it all works out, and maybe we can come together and do maybe a Nightmare collab list.
Yeah, I think we can meet in the middle somehow, some way, shape, or form. But, as always, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I'm JT Ripper.
And I'm Todd of Thunder saying toodaloo.
Stay spooky.